What's up, my YouTubers? All right, so I wish I could say, I have a special guest on, but unfortunately, the special guest, said a little bit over 3 weeks ago that he was down to get on, but unfortunately, every day, it's a different excuse. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell his story for him. I'm not gonna speak on his name. If he was here, there's certain details that I'm pretty sure he could get deeper into, but he's not, so I'm not going to speak on it. I'll just speak on what I know of this story. And so I'll go back and give you a little bit of history before this incident occur. I can't even pronounce it anymore. Occur. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Before it happened. So a little bit of this individual's history before this incident happened. So before, he was going, through he went through a breakup. I can't say if it was a breakup or divorce, but either way, he went through you can say a divorce, with his baby mama. And I remember, he called me up, one time, his car had broke down, and just going through it. He was going through it. Well, anyways, he ended up getting his commercial license, and during the meanwhile, he stayed with me for a minute, and he wanted to get his own place. I got him a job where I was at, and he ended up getting his own place. Well, during this time, we got a phone call, and he was at a bar, and he was drinking. Well, he decided, what? Oh, speaking of, so he had just got a car, from the lot. He had it for maybe a couple months. And like I say, if he was, on here, you can speak more how long he had the car and all that. So, he was at a bar drinking, and he decided to drive, while he was drunk. As I was, honestly, it was his routine. And he would leave a bar, he would drive, take the back roads. Well, unfortunately, this particular night, uh, he had run into a tree, totaled out his car, and due to this incident, he of course lost his license, wound up losing his pad, and so again, he was going through it, and like I said, if he was here, we'd get more details and make this would be a better discussion. And then he wound up, at this time, we wind up getting our own place again, the place we were at before we came here. And so he was, because he lost his job because he lost his license, because obviously it was a commercial license. He was driving diesels at the time, and so he lost his license because he got that DUI. He got in an accident, so they took his license away, and so he wanted to lose his place. So, he wound up staying back with us. But, you got to keep in mind, at this time, a lot of different people stay with us during different times. And, I was always one that helped out pretty much everybody that I cared about. And so, anyways, uh, see, this, could be a lot deeper. It's just going to be a little short one, being the fact that, he's not here, as, he's straight up said. But, uh, after excuses, after excuses, after excuses, and finally got tired of it. Finally said, I told him, I want to tell your story for you. Uh, so and then oh, we'll do it. Then I got faked on again the last couple of days. So finally, forget it. I'm gonna do it. Whether he likes it or not. But like I said, like I told him, I'm not gonna say his name. And but being that he got in this DUI, he got in this accident. He ran into a tree on a back way in a residential area. He was leaving the bar. and he totaled out his car. So he lost his car. He lost his, of course, he couldn't pay his car payment, and he lost his place. He wound up staying back with us again, and he happened to be staying with us during the time, I was during the time I was struck, by a drunk driver, and and so you know, um, he was there. He was there at the pad, and after all that happened with me, and then he came. I made it back home and stuff. Um, well, anyways, and this way, I wanted to get a little deeper with him as well. But I know he still goes out and parties and stuff. But as he tells me, that he won't get behind the wheel after he's been drinking. But the best of my knowledge, he still does. And from people that's out kicking it with him while he's at the bars drinking. I know he's called a couple times to see if we can pick him up and stuff, but knowing that, well, yeah, I'm not gonna get into all that. But from the best of my knowledge, from individuals that's out partying with him, he still he still drinks, he still drives. But as far as I know, he's in a process. And remind you, this happened, I want to say it was before we moved over there. So we were still living there. Okay, so this happened back, I want to say 2015, about 2015. And so now, as far as I know, he's in the process of getting his commercial license back. And like I said, if he was to get on, all this could be more cleared up and stuff. So with that said, like I said, I don't want to get too much details. I don't want to say too much. I'm just going to give, the basics of what he was going through before the incident happened. And, he was just, literally got back on his feet, from this breakup or divorce that he went through. And he literally just got back on his feet, got his commercial license, and he just got his own pad. He got another car, and he wrecked it because he was drinking and driving. And so that, after that, he of course lost his license, lost his place, and he had moved back in with us. And during that time, unfortunately, I got hit. I was on my way to work, and I got hit by a drunk driver. And so he was there during that whole time and stuff. And he had a part of my fundraiser and all that. And that I appreciate. But as far as I know, something he doesn't admit to me, but from individuals that I know he goes out with, and I'll ask him, hey, you know what? Does were you with such and such? And oh yeah, yeah. And yeah, from as far as I know, from what I'm being told, he still gets behind the wheel intoxicated. And that's unfortunately because he was there, he seen me in the hospital the way I was, and he knew the kind of person I was before this. And to this day, he knows the kind of person I am now. I'm the same person. Nothing's changed with me. But like I say, I don't want to get too much details. I wish he was on here. I wish he would have came on. I wish he would have been, a man of his word and came on with me. But I want to see if he sees this. If he sees this, he's gonna hit me up and say, hey, why do you say this? But honestly, he says he does. He says he watches all my video, but quite frankly, I don't believe him. And the reason why I don't believe him is because I ask him certain questions about what part of the video or certain things. Oh, you know what? I didn't watch all the way through. It's too long. And there's always another excuse, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, I seen it. Oh, did you? Oh, what about this? Oh, you know what? I didn't get that far. The video was too long. I have to watch it in sections. And even like short little videos like this one's gonna be. So it is what it is. I learned, more and more of this individual's character as other people has spoken of his character to me, and I didn't want to believe it. And you know, yeah, like I said, I don't want to get too much into it. I might say, say it later on. Again, I won't use the individual's name, but I just want to give, just a quick little history of the split up. And he stayed with us, and he got back on his feet. He got his class A. He was working. I got him a job to where I was working at, and he got back on. He got his own place again. He got his own car, and he went to the bar. He was drinking, as that was that was his norm, and he wanted to lose his place. Obviously he lost his car because he got totaled out on his tree. I guess a tree jumped in his way, and so he lost everything again. Of course, he was back with us. He happened to be staying with us during the time of my incident when I was hit by a drunk driver. And like I said, from my understandings from people that is out and about with him, pretty much he's pretty much doing the same thing. So that's probably why. Honestly, that's probably why he's been lagging on me getting on and stuff. But I finally got tired of being faked on. So I just want to give that quick little spill about, and again, the reality of, and the way he put it up to me when I hit him up. So we're gonna do this or what? You know what? Yeah, I told you we will, but I'm doing you the favor. But when he told me that, honestly, that's pretty much saying, you know what, you ain't doing me no favors. That's pretty much like a slap in the face, saying, he's gonna do it for the wrong reasons. He ain't gonna get on here and do it for the right reasons, send the right message out here. He's doing it pretty much just to shut me up. And but yet, he has done it. And honestly, with me, it would have been good enough for me if he would have got on here. But because I know the right message would have been sent, even though he wasn't doing it for the right reasons. And because we were supposed to do this even before the part one with the homie B. As a matter of fact, the part two with the homie B, it's going to be done. I want to say this weekend. It should be up on Monday. With homie B, he's been extra busy. He's been extra busy with work and doing what he's doing. I have another one interview that's been in the makings for a minute, and that individual, he's working a lot. On top of working, he's coaching a youth football team, and I have another interview coming up, and that one also is going to be a good one. But the timing, because he's working construction, so he's working a lot of hours, and hopefully he's gonna be down. Hopefully he's gonna be down this weekend, and come kick it. Spend some time. All these individuals. I know personally. But with that said, if anybody wants to get on and tell their stories and tell it for the right reasons, send a good message, a positive message out there to bring people's awareness of the realities and the dangers of drinking and driving, and more than that, just being under the influence of driving, period. And please hit me up. Hit me up. My number is in the description. Just in case, my number is 209-496-7571, as well as my email. My email is dj.seenoevil209@gmail.com. And now, I'm going to go ahead and end this video again. Remember, as my story, I was a morning routine. I was on my way home. I was on my way to work, and I never made it to work, as I almost never made it back home. So with that said, make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them before you leave your house, because you're not guaranteed to make it back home, as I almost didn't. It took me months before I got back home. And be a blessing and stay blessed. I'm out.